Hello everybody, PsyStarcraft here with the StarCraft 2 cast. I'm continuing the trend of doing crazy shit that sometimes you guys enjoy and sometimes you guys don't enjoy. And by that I mean I'm playing Terran. Oh yeah, playing some Terran in the top middle on the Shattered Temple as the green colors. Against Echoic as the orange Terran on the right position as the orange colors. We were doing random versus Terran because Echoic just could not handle my Gosu Zerg. And he's like, Psy, play random or I'm never gonna pay you. So I am playing random, and Echoic, of course, has not been in the scene lately. He hasn't really been laddering. He just kind of gets on it every once in a while for fun. When he wants a break from whatever else he's doing, he asks me if I want to play, and of course I say yes because it brings back some memories of when I used to just quick upgrade him and quick tech to ultras and just mass drone rush him and just destroy him in every single aspect of the game. Now, of course, that's not that true. We were pretty even for the most part. But since I do play a lot more than him now, my Zerg is a bit too much, so he's going to be going against Terran this time. And this should be an interesting game because my Terran is terrible. And we're going to see if I go gas first here. That's like the only Terran build I know. Oh, I'm not going gas first. I'm actually getting a barracks first. Oh, what does it all mean? I have a feeling I'm going to get some units out of this barracks soon. And as you can see, oh, there's my phone. As you can see, I'm also training units out of my command center. A very smart thing to do early on in the game. You want to get lots of units out of buildings that can produce units, because without units, you can only win games if your opponent leaves. Now, Echoic doing a similar thing. His gas is a bit sooner than mine, slightly sooner than mine. He probably knows the timing a lot better, so I have to say my gas should have been sooner. Play some more S3. You gonna play more S3? I don't even know what that is, man. I don't think there is a StarCraft 3 right now, is there? Unless I missed something. Damn, I wanted to get in the StarCraft 3 beta. Maybe he meant to type D3, but if he said more D3, I don't see how that's possible since I think it's in closed beta right now. I don't know of anyone who's actually playing it. Second barracks coming up for me, a couple Marines for each player. See, so I predicted already that both of us would be making Marines or making units out of these barracks, so already my TVT knowledge has improved. Now, unfortunately, when this barracks completes, you want to get an orbital command. I kind of forgot about that. I'm only used to making layers and hives on my main building. I'm not used to making orbital commands. So we can see this is not in progress yet. It looks like I am saving for 150 minerals. There it is. Unfortunately, Echoic was up much sooner. His mule is already gathering a plethora of minerals, 30 per carry compared to a 5 per carry from SCVs. Of course, they do take longer to mine. And when you are using mules, you have to be careful not to stack them all on the same mineral patch. You want to try to evenly distribute them, but you also want to get them on the close patches as much as you can, so really focus on that even distribution. Now, Echoic saturated on both factories. I, however, and by factories I mean refineries, I, however, am choosing to go the infantry route, and so my second gas is going to be slower. Now, looks like I am making one Reaper. 2 more Reapers, and this is perfectly timed. I timed my Tech Lab barracks to finish when my first Reaper finished, so I'll have 2 more out at the exact same time, and then I can be aggressive with the Reapers of Death. Cool thing about having 3 Reapers is they will one-shot an SCV in a round of attacks. They do 18 damage, I think. Wrong one. Yeah, they do 18 damage a round, and that would be a 50... I can't do math right now. 54 damage to these SCVs. The SCVs have 45 life. So that'll be interesting to see. Hopefully I can get in there and do some damage with the Reapers. They're actually not bad against Hellions, which was what we're seeing from Echoic. Oh, but he does see the Reapers. He's going to be ready for them, I'm assuming. Up they go. I don't see any units out for him right now, though, so he's going to have to bring those Hellions back up. I don't think he did see him. He only has 1 Hellion. I'm moving in, sniping the mule right away, sniping 1 SCV, 2 SCVs. Oh, 3 SCVs. I'm trying to get down on this Hellion so I can try to kill the rest of his forces, but he does have a couple of reinforcing Marines sniping those Reapers. They definitely did not pay for themselves. However, I do have a couple Marauders, or 1 Marauder rather, and thanks, dude. Alright, it's time for the busy. You guys got your cameo appearances in. Time to busy it up. And this is actually really cool. Echoic is not going factory tech or barracks tech, so he's using the barracks to scout, and if you're a Terran player, it takes you forever to kill it, especially if you're focusing on Marauders, which we can see up here. I am. Now the blue flame is up for Echoic. He's timing his Hellions to come attack me when it is up. Unfortunately, Marauder is pretty good against blue flame. Now I don't know if people usually get Marauders in TVT. I have a feeling they don't, since Echoic is sending in Hellions blindly, but I do, and the concussive shells aren't quite up, so I can't really chase these Hellions, but I can surely prevent them from getting into my base. This Barracks still freely flying around. Factory on the way for me, as well as an engineering bay. That Marine goes down. Oh, that poor bastard. Oh, he looks kind of cute. He looks kind of cute when he's toasted, like, in a sad way. Look at that cute little dead Marine. Something like that. So, Echoic doing a little bit of everything. Blue Flame. Looks like he is switching onto a tech lab. Now, I would expect to see a Blue Flame drop, but because that is a tech lab, it's most likely going to be Banshees. In just a moment, there's the cloaking going down. I do have an engineering bay. I don't know if I'm saving up any scan, though. And you notice I did supply cap myself, dropping a supply on this depot. Getting 2 more supply depots as well. And, oh, these Hellions really want to do something, but 3 Marauders, man, against any number of Hellions, really 6 and up or so, man. Well, maybe not 6. I think if 6 Hellions were positioned well, they'd be able to kill the Marauders. But anyway, Marauders really good against Hellions. That's the point I was trying to make. Supply count now 49 to 36. And you can't be deceived by that all the time. You have to remember, some units cost more while being... Oh, and these Marauders come out of nowhere. Oh, he toasts 1 SCV. As I was saying, some units are the same amount of food, but they cost more resources. So, for example, a Roach is 2 food, but an Infestor is also 2 food, and Infestors cost over twice as much as Roaches. So don't be too deceived. Don't just go strictly off of the food count. Also, tech matters too. If you have 1 Ultra, it's going to be much better than having 20 Zerglings. And 20 Zerglings would still be 4 more food. And of course, I mentioned that because this Banshee is tearing things up. I don't really have any Marines. We can see my starport is now producing a Viking. I have 1 medevac out. I was planning on dropping. But anyway, you saw some Marauders come from over here when his Hellions moved in, and they came in and cleaned up the Hellion. And that was because I was expecting the Hellions to be dropped in my base. So I had my Marauders on the right side. Now this Banshee getting tons of kills. 5 kills, 6 kills. Try to prevent this missile turret from completing, but it looks like it will complete. One thing you can do with the Banshee, if you think you have the DPS for it, the damage for it, is to focus down the missile turret as it's building, and you can't repair a building while it's building. Yeah, look, you like my fucking verbs, or my whatever? Building, yeah, that's a verb. So it looks like this Banshee, oh, actually cloaking, avoiding the wrath of the Viking, and in come the Marauders. I don't have stim, and at this point, I was like, fuck, I forgot stim pack. And that's not good, man. If I had stim pack, I could be killing every single add-on. I could be killing every single SCV, but instead, these slow fat asses just, you know, I'm just gonna wander into the base and try to kill some stuff. I did kill, I did kill a tech lab. I might kill a couple SCVs. If we look at the Harvesters, he's down by 5 SCVs now. 6 SCVs, 7 SCVs, trying to focus down the weak ones. And these Banshees are able to clean it up. I don't know why the Marauders just don't lie on their back and shoot upwards, but, you know, they're just really lazy. Harvester's now 16 to 25, and Echoic is giving his SCVs a break after that traumatizing experience, now putting them back on their respective jobs. And those Banshees scared me, man. I'm throwing down a lot of turrets. I got 5 turrets surrounded throughout my base. I do not like Banshees. They are very scary and annoying to deal with. Oh, sniping 1 Banshee with this pro missile turret. 1 kill on that big guy. And looks like Echoic, he knows I have a Viking, so he's going to be trying for air dominance this game. He doesn't have a reactor, though. I'd like to see him switch this starport onto the factory for a reactor to try to get full air dominance. And looks like this drop did not work at all. I've got turret, pretty good turret coverage around there. And it looks like I even canceled a supply depot. And here comes a drop, pretty hefty infantry drop. The only problem is he does have 2 Vikings. He doesn't have any more on the way. So it's 2 Vikings to 2 Vikings, plus I have anti-air with these Marines. So it's going to be pretty close. I don't know what Echoic's going to do. He does have Blue Flame, tons of Blue Flame, cleaning up all of these Marines. And it looks like his focus fire on his Vikings was actually about the same as mine, but for some reason I landed my Viking. I need to get that Viking back up in the air. These Marines still do not have stim because I forgot to research it. And now his Banshee's taking heavy damage. This Viking finally swarming in. And looks like he's going to finish off my Viking. Is my Marine going to kill it? No, it does not kill his Viking. These medevacs need to get the heck out of there. These 2 Marauders are going to do what damage they can. And even though I didn't do a lot of damage to his economy, I did kill all of his Hellions. I killed a Viking. I killed maybe a Banshee, I don't know. And I'm able to snipe some Marines with these leftover Marauders, getting 1 there at the end. Harvester count now 30 to 11. You have to remember, though, I am very bad with Terrans, so that Harvester count does not necessarily mean the end of the world. Mules still exist. Echoic's going to have his 2nd command center up for extra mules, extra SCV training. And best of all, he's still got these Banshees in the air, which I haven't really developed a clean counter for. Yes, you can get Vikings, but if the other guy has Vikings and more of them, you will lose. That's the rule of StarCraft 2. If you have one unit and the other guy has more of that unit, there's a good chance that you're going to lose with your unit unless you have 3/3 upgrades and you're a baller like me. Forcing a stim out of all these Marines. And by forcing, I mean I stimmed with all my Marines because I'm an idiot. And look at this, he's still going for air dominance. I want to see him switch these up. I feel like he doesn't need this many Hellions at this point in the game. I think lots of Vikings would do the trick. Maybe he can't fund them. He probably can't fund them. That's why he's doing it. He knows better than me. I shouldn't even question him. So we've got an interesting game. We've got infantry and medevacs against Hellions, Blue Flame Hellions, Vikings, and Banshees. Now, I'm actually trying to drop an SCV in there. That was pretty clever. And build a missile turret. And at that point, Echoic was like, really? So that kind of failed. And I'm running out of money. I'm trying to get a command center, but Echoic being very pesky with this Banshee. Now, notice this. It is taking a Banshee 2 shots or 3 shots to kill an SCV because I have +1 armor. Did I do that intentionally? No, I'm not that good. Oh, and I actually canceled my command center. I did not mean to do that. I told him on Ventrilo. That was an accident. I want another base, but you can't make another base if you cancel the building that you need to make it. Here comes another drop. One Viking almost taking down a medevac before I'm able to drop it, and looks like the Viking will go down. Is it going to kill it? No, it doesn't. Oh, it does kill it. But so many Hellions cleaning up all these Marines. The Hellions will clean up the Marines. The Banshees will clean up the Marauders. Brilliant synergy by Echoic's units, but the Marauders are still able to reign free because the DPS of the Banshees just isn't fast enough to ensure that these Marauders go down without doing significant damage. I have lots of words in my mouth that I can't say. Yeah, this is not good, man. Now, I am killing a lot of SCVs. He's going back down to like 11 or so. 15, close enough to 11. It's only 4 away. But Echoic, man, he knows if I have an expansion or not. I'm up by 11 on Harvesters, but I have nothing to mine from. Look at this. I'm mined out. I'm almost completely mined out. I've been mulling hard all game, finally building a second command center, and all I have is just an infantry ball that is just getting slaughtered by Hellions every single time. Does he even have any Hellions left? No, he does not. There he goes, finally switching that starport onto the reactor. And he is mining, and he's pretty happy. Look at the count there. I am getting some gas, but he's getting the minerals. And, oh, pulling off all the SCVs. I do not have a command center, people. This is not a transfer of any sort. This is a balls out. I don't know what the hell to do now. Attack. I have so much stored up gas because of my bio play. Yeah, this is going to be dangerous, man. I need to save up my scans. I got 100 energy on my scans. Does he have any Banshees? He's got 3 Vikings total. I don't know if he has any Banshees, people. 1 Banshee, and I think it was over there a second ago. There it is. It's fully repaired. He does have Cloak, but I have 21 Marines in this composition, 5 Marauders, and tons of SCVs as buffers to absorb the damage. Plenty of scans, too. 100 energy and scans. Rallying some Vikings. These Marines are getting picked off, so nice job picking off the reinforcements for Echoic. And there goes the stim. Trying to take out the command center, and down goes the command center. These SCVs free picking, and it looks like I might have a chance here. This Banshee, though, needs to get scanned. Scan the Banshee. Scan the Banshee, and of course, with the armor upgrade, these Marines also take 3 shots to kill. That's going to be extremely useful. Down goes the Banshee. Unit count still 1 Banshee, 3 Vikings, 3 Hellions. These Hellions can melt these Marines like crazy. In they go. 1 going down. Marauder actually getting a shot on one of those, and he's going to lift it up. He's not even going to worry about my infantry. There's too much. These Marauders can just stand in the front and tank everything. And now he's lifting every single building off. This is not cheesing, people. This is not trying to delay the game. He still has a slight chance. He's got a couple Vikings. He's got some SCVs. He's got some Hellions. And he knows I'm completely starved. Meanwhile, in my base, he's destroying every SCV that I have left. That's not mining. His Vikings are beating away at my barracks. And I also am lifting off both my command centers. I'm switching bases. He's trying to do the same. It looks like I might be able to destroy his command center before it's able to get away. It's going to be close. Oh, yes, it does go down. I was not able to, however, kill the factories. And he's trying to destroy my add-ons, but I have no money, so joke's on him. I can't even make any units. Actually, I do have a little bit of money. I can make a couple Marines. Command center now landing. And luckily, because I shuttled all my, or not shuttled, I just ran all my SCVs over here, they are ready to get to mining. And Echoic with no command center left, building some add-ons, trying to get some Banshees out before the game ends. Meanwhile, I'm floating every single barracks, every single floaty unit that I can. And here comes the mining and echoic GG's on Ventrilo, realizing he can't destroy this army and that I am mining and that he has no command center. So a very exciting game. Not the best game just because I'm bad and he has not played in so long. But it was a pretty fun TVT. I think it was entertaining. It showed you two different styles of play going up against each other, and he managed those Hellions very well in the mid to or early to mid game to kill my Marines and allow his Banshees to clean up my Marauders. I think the Marauders just did too much damage, and they're more of a go and win unit than Hellions and Banshees are. So I was able to just do that, go in and win. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And now I'm gonna go see a showing of The Undefeated, the Sarah Palin movie, in my movie theater. So I'll be back in like 10 minutes.